Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. Listen, I'm back, and this time we're doing something a little bit different. I had a bit of an idea. Southeast London has evolved immensely and intensely, especially over the last 30 to 40 years. So, what I thought I would do was take you guys on a bit of a vlog style journey, so to speak, around my favorite hotspots, favorite spots, favorite places in Southeast London, but actually take a trip down memory lane based on the importance of those areas to me and significance. And so, with that idea in mind, I thought where better to start than where it actually all, truthfully, started. Right here in Greenwich, SE10. This whole site here, would you believe it? If you were to rewind this 40 years, was the site of the old Greenwich Hospital, where on the 14th of October 1980, my mother gave birth to a screaming, slightly big-headed, some people might say pig-headed, baby, me. As you can see, the site now is nothing on what it used to be, and I'm going to find an old picture and put it up alongside it. But this is now home to hundreds of people, along with various different businesses. We've got a Pilates studio down here, there's even a cinema down here, and also a gym. Now, Greenwich itself holds particular reference and significance for myself right away from my timeline. I can remember numerous times coming to meet friends down here for drinks, taking the kids for days out in the park, or just wandering around the Cutty Sark itself. Not to mention, it's actually the place where I proposed to Karen and ultimately where we ended up getting married. And I'll show you that spot a little bit later on. But in terms for the actual country itself and its position in England's history, Greenwich itself holds its own space and holds its own time. Because of its riverside connectivity, Greenwich has always had a major part to play in terms of anything going in or out of the country. But the bit I'd really like to focus on here and now is its historic connection, particularly to English monarchy. Now, placing that royal connection under the microscope, you really get to home in on one specific estate, recognised today as the home of the Greenwich University National Maritime Museum, and also a scene from one of my favourite Marvel movies. As you walk amongst the buildings and intricate architecture of the past, you realise that this building is so much more and absolutely saturated in history and stories. Following the naval battle of La Hogue in 1692 and observing the horrific injuries of the sailors and the mariners of the time, Queen Mary II decided that she would change the site that was depicted on chosen to be a palace of a king and turn it into a hospital and a refuge for retired seamen of the Royal Navy and support the seafarers, widows and education for their children. Yeah, take a look at that. There's a Millennium Dome, remember that? And then also you can see the cable cars there in the distance. Greenwich is a town that's got so much going for it, so much going for it, which is why without a shadow of a doubt it's my favourite town in the whole of London. But the reason why this is my absolute favourite spot in London is this. There's something about being close to water that I find really, really soothing. And I can remember numerous bad days of mine as I was growing up that ended right here, and therefore ended the bad day and the bad mood, because it just enabled me to feel free, unencumbered, nothing sort of hanging over you, and it allowed your mind to just sort of speculate its way out of its nonsense, so to speak. But yeah, I just love being here. I just love being here. And it is still, to this day, no matter where I go, my favourite space to just be. Greenwich is one of those towns where it almost feels like it's got too much crammed into one postcode. Almost too much crammed into one postcode. It's something that you could do no matter what you feel like doing. Whether it's you want to take in some culture or history. See that there? Cutty Sark. When taking some history and some culture, you can pop into the Cutty Sark or wander around one of the various different museums that are over there. There are tons and tons of restaurants and eateries in and around the actual town centre of Greenwich. You can take advantage of, chill out and just take a load off with your friends, your family, all about in the park. You've got acres upon acres of green space to do that. Greenwich Park. There's literally so much to do in one postcode, and that's before you get to the extended North Greenwich, where you've got the Millennium Dome, now New Westfields, and all the other various different eateries and things to do that are over there. It's just that red brick building is the entrance to the so that dome-shaped red brick building is the entrance to the footpath that goes underneath the Thames and connects South East London with East London if you want to travel over by foot. I remember as a kid riding my bike through there and getting chased by police because you're supposed to walk. Chased by police. It's just my luck that as I decided I was going to jump on my bike and ride through there, I had to ride past this policeman that was walking back up the other way. It was too late to turn back or stop because that would have got me in trouble. So I literally just plow on going. I remember him chasing, screaming down the thing, "Get off your bike!" Memories. But anyway, and this is the thing about Greenwich. It is one of the most connected towns in London. As you can see, you can take a walk underneath the Thames via the footbridge. If you want to sail over the Thames, you can jump on an Uber boat from Greenwich Pier and take you right away into the centre of the city. It's one of the most interesting ways of getting around the city. I absolutely love it. The boys love sitting on the boat when they really kick it off down the Thames, and you can enjoy that all with a cheeky glass of Chardonnay whilst you sail underneath Tower Bridge. You've got buses going absolutely everywhere. You've got 2 train stations that will take you via National Rail. You've also got the DLR that comes in there by the Cuttiss Arc. And if you take into consideration the extension via North Greenwich, we can see it over there, literally just there. There you go. You see the Millennium Dome. So over by North Greenwich, you've also got London Underground. You're connected by the Jubilee line. So you can understand why it's such an attractive factor for a place for someone to actually move to. In terms of house prices, if we're looking at a 1-bedroom apartment, they tend to average out at the moment in and around sort of like the 400 to 425 mark for a 1-bedroom. If we're looking at a 3-bedroom house, you're looking somewhere in and around the regions of your sort of 700 to 725,000. Now, I couldn't bring you to Greenwich without showing you this. Welcome to the Trafalgar Tavern. Now, not only is this a spectacular gastro pub with an awesome lunchtime menu, it's also the venue where Karen and I got married, so it's an exquisite function room on the first floor. With views overlooking the Thames, whether you want to clink a glass of Pimm's and absorb the sun by day, or sip on a flute of champagne and absorb the atmosphere of Greenwich by night, it's an absolutely fantastic spot to create a memory. So there you have it. That is Greenwich. So if you got any further questions about the area, or you're purchasing the area and would like some advice or a helping hand, then please don't hesitate to give us a shout. Drop me a DM, drop me a call, drop me a message, drop me an email, whichever it may be. Equally so, if you've got property to sell in the area, then boy, follow at your boy. I got you, and we'll take this and we'll get it done. Anyway, in the meantime, that's me out. You guys stay strong, stay focused. Yeah, I'll see you in a